Oh. Hello, fellow travelers at heart. We are on the beautiful Hawaiian island, Maui, and we are headed up to Haleakala National Park to do some hiking and hopefully see a beautiful sunset. We left Kihei in the early afternoon to drive up because we weren't sure how long the hike was going to take, and we wanted to make sure we had plenty of time to make it up to the summit before sunset. We paid a $30 entrance fee, which includes parking at each of the hiking stops as well as parking up at the summit. The visitor center was unfortunately closed during our visit, and it continues to remain closed. Thankfully, there were maps posted outside of the visitor center with information about all the hiking trails. Because of the high elevation of this national park, it's really important to bring sun shirts, sunscreen, and extra layers of clothing because it can get quite sunny and cold. There's a cloud. It's right there. Ooh. You got a little sunscreen on you? Beautiful, you did it.
Thanks.
And with that taken care of, it's time to head to our first hiking stop of the trip. We're hiking.
Nēnē, friend or foe?
Oh, if they are actually cousins of Canadian geese, definitely foe.
Only foe?
Yeah.
But these ones, well, they couldn't be, right? Like, there's no... If they're from here, they only exist here. I find it hard to believe they're related to Canadian geese.
Okay, then maybe they're friend. But birds. I choose to reserve judgment until I can exhibit one's behavior, because truly it's the behavior of the Canadian geese that make them such colossal a-holes.
It's the fact that they just like stand there and don't leave the softball field.
Always back to softball.
And then they try to eat you.
Right. I apologize in advance for any mispronunciation of these names. Our next stop after the Halemanu Trail was the Lelewoi Overlook. Our last stop before the summit was to be our longest trail yet, also known as the Sliding Sands Trail. This is by far the most popular trail at Haleakala National Park, going down 11 miles into the crater of the inactive volcano. The crater floor itself is about 3.9 miles down with a 2,500 foot or 762 meter elevation change. You would definitely need to plan a full day to do that hike or plan to camp, which requires a special permit from the national park. We had a limited amount of time until sunset, so we knew we didn't want to go too far down the trail, but still wanted to hike into the volcanic crater. We ended up going about 2 miles, and it took us 55 minutes to do so. We're both in moderate shape, and coming back up, I will say, was a little challenging. The trail was extremely well kept, but I was very thankful that we had worn shoes that had good traction on the bottom, as the dry sand can be very slippery. Overall, this hike was just incredible. I could hardly believe the views as we were descending down into the crater. Is it just me, or do the rocks kind of make it look like it's the surface of Mars? After a really fun but exhausting hike, it was time to head up all the way to the summit to catch the sunset. This is a very popular activity to do, so make sure that you give yourself enough time to get parking or to walk up from the lower trailhead. The spectacular view of the sunset above the clouds was definitely worth the trip. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of our couples travel videos.